I'm Adam Lotun. I'm 49 years old, the father of twins, and married and disabled. I have physical and mobility impairments. I've acquired mental health issues. I have pre-existing disabling medical conditions and learning disabilities and sight and hearing issues. So pretty much the full whack. My disabilities affect me in mobility around the house and outside. I use a wheelchair whenever I'm away from the house. I cannot use the wheelchair inside the house. Hang on to furniture, use my walking stick, crawl up the stairs, that type of thing in the house. And desperately try and access things in the house that people take for granted, like bending down, getting into cupboards, taking things in and out of an oven, lifting hot pans, preparing foods. All of these things I have issues with. So it's only because we've worked out how to do things that I can get things easily. Obviously, with the two babies, I have to look after them during the day. I look after them Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays and Fridays, and it's keeping them clean, nappy-wise, keeping them fed, keeping them entertained and putting clothes on. I've been affected primarily by the cut to disability living allowance, where I've had all of my disability living allowance removed following an assessment by a healthcare professional from Atos that I had been in receipt of for 6 years. I was receiving middle rate care and high rate mobility. I used my high rate mobility to have an accessible car and pay for taxis, where accessible taxis as of when I wasn't using the car. For the middle rate care, it was paying for holistic treatments, it was paying for my medication, it was paying for somebody to do all the ironing and some cleaning and things like that. It takes me 3 times as long to get anywhere. It's affected me significantly. I now struggle with getting out and about because I don't have the accessible vehicle that I did have, and I'm not able, because I don't have the finances, to pay for taxis, accessible taxis, to get out and about. So that's on my knee and I operate it that way. And I go along with in my wheelchair and I video every part of my journey. And you can see there's the ramp and there's the bus shelter. How is somebody supposed to get on? How is somebody supposed to get on? Once the coalition came into power, Ian Duncan Smith and Chris Grayling started on this linking fraudsters, work shy, benefit fraud with disability. And basically what's happened is the average person on the street views disabled people differently now. People have sworn at me, accused me of being a fraudster, a criminal, taking their money, taking things away from them. I'm joining the Disabled People Against Cuts protest, and it's not just against disability, cuts to disabled benefits, it's cuts across the board, because disabled people are affected by every single cut that happens and not just by one or two. I would like the government and all governments and all interested parties to talk to real people on the street, in their homes, to find out how they are affected by the cuts that are happening, how their lives have changed, how they've been discriminated against now, how people have faced attacks, everything that has impacted on disabled people as a result.